All you, sir.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. So today we're gonna talk about like what we're gonna do again for the next cohort, and see if anyone did follow up during those past 3 weeks. So in the last meeting, we agreed to create a list for possible mentors to contact them and reach out to them. Sophia also offered her help in that to reach out to them via email, correct?
Right.
Cool. So I did reach out to Adam. I haven't gotten a reply yet. Also, we had someone, I'm not sure whom exactly, wanted to reach out to Michael. I believe it's you, Dan.
What was I supposed to do with Michael?
Reach out to him to ask him if he can provide resources for the mentorship, mentors. If I remember correctly, I'm not sure.
Who is it again?
Michael Dawson.
Oh, Dawson. Okay, sorry. I was called Michael for me is usually Michael Rogers. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
So Dawson, I need to. What's the action item again that I was supposed to do? Go and ping Dawson for TSC mentors.
No, so you mentioned in the last meeting that there's another working group, similar to the modules working group. He said, you said we should contact Michael to ask him about that.
Got it. So it is the, it's not modules, it is basically userland modules and what's the name of it? Yeah, package something or other.
Yeah.
So the team is working on ensuring as we update and upgrade Node that the user ecosystem is supported.
Cool. So do you think it's still possible to reach out to him?
You bet.
Okay, cool. So how do you think we should go about that? Like, we tried the sync thing. I don't think it's gonna work. I believe we should assign action items.
Sorry, and it's not actually connected. And I'm trying to figure out why it's not going. So I'm not hearing you well. That's why I'm being so goofy. So you were saying that, sorry, you were saying what? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm saying that we need to collect a list of the 10 mentors that we agreed to have for the cohort. We wanted to create a list asynchronously. We only have Ben. I'm sorry. Yeah, we only have Ben, Adam, and Michael Dawson on the list so far. So how do you think we can populate the list? David, also, if you have any ideas.
I'm happy to start reaching out to a few people even today, like Anna and like Rich Trott and folks like that.
So we want to do it by hand, or do we want to have Sophia, coordinate? Maybe Sophia and the team coordinate a request. So rather than us running down and bugging everybody, one approach that we could do is we seed our 5 or so folks, and then we would then have Sophia go and say, hey, we're looking for, in this case, like 5 others, right? So, give us a concrete number, and that way, folks, when they're committing, they're they know, one, there's already a contingent of folks that are, active and committed. And, also there's a sense of, sort of explicit need. When we say that there's when there's the folks from that we already have, that we have the list there.
Yeah, the only other strategy I would think of is maybe just approaching a bunch of, like, I guess this shows a little bit of my ignorance, but is there just somebody from each committee who we could approach and then have them like bring it to the other members of those committees to see who's interested? Sort of like more of like a hierarchical
right
approach.
Yeah, I mean, AJ, unfortunately, was working on an initiative that was pulling together each one of those stakeholders, which would made it a whole lot easier. We'll have to go build that list of stakeholders and track it down. Michael Dawson should have a lot of visibility into that because he's involved in a lot of the working groups. So we can get to a lot of folks through Michael Dawson and Adam. They basically chair the 2 top level committees, right? The TSC and the ComCom.
Okay. So
Ben, to your point about Rich, it's an interesting mix with folks like Rich and Joey. They already do so much to sort of do that, broad cross cutting and mentoring. When I go and I've gone and sort of bugged them about bolting into this process, they've both of them have been like, oh, sounds cool, but I'm like already maxed out. But yes, I guess what you're saying, Ben, is that not necessarily them doing it, but them recommending others. Is that what you're saying? It's gonna be great on the video.
Yeah, I believe so.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I'm in a loud cafe. Yeah, maybe just reach out to them and see if they could recommend some people. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that is good. Right, I agree.
Yeah, so at the moment we just need the list to be able to send to Sophia, and Sophia will send the emails to them. So I think it's a good idea to reach out to them, but do you think we should have action items to do that instead of leaving it like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna need one. I'm definitely gonna need one to make sure that I'm gonna be able to follow up.
Okay.
My spare cycles, during the week are, still pretty spotty. So, if I don't have it, kind of written down, unfortunately, it's going to get lost.
If you send me an email or like even private tweet at me, I'll honestly get some invites going right away. I just need to have a reminder somewhere.
Just knocking down one of the big barriers. Do we want to sort of build together a quick invite, quick paragraph, and I'll send it, to Dawson. We'll just take care of this big action item, kind of blocking action item rather than pushing it off this meeting. Let's get the invite to our mentors crafted now, and align on that, and then we can distribute it out as a takeaway for today.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me write something and share it in the chat so we can start. So we're gonna write it to ask them to help us reach out to more mentors, or do you think we should send it as an invitation to each mentor or possible mentor?
Yeah, I think we just need to get some sort of common text that we're gonna define for everybody. Folks are going to ask for dates, right?
Yeah,
so,
probably.
In order to sort of get that feedback, we need to put, when they are going to be expected to allocate their time, right? Especially our core platform collaborators. Boom.
Okay, we're gonna need to add. The thing is, we don't know a time estimate at the moment, but we can create a rough one, around.
What are scopes?
So the scope, website redesign, for example, or ComCom, or any working group, or Node.js core project.
Let's do that. Let's define that the first time we mentioned scopes.
The things between those square brackets are going to be replaced with the actual scope thing. If you join as a mentor for the website redesign group, so it should explain itself by then. What do you think?
I think we should not limit the scope of our request because you might get someone someone who's plugged in but not maybe working in their day-to-day in area, and they're like, yeah, I want to do I've been spending a little bit of time in security, and that's where I want to do my mentoring. So I wouldn't impose a scope on our mentors. We just want them to it's we're bringing together both parts, and they should feel the freedom to use this opportunity to scratch an itch.
So okay, we can replace it with something like that, like a specific area and node of your interest, or a working group.
I think we can get to that last sentence and just explain what scopes are.
And keep the word scope in the letter.
Yep.
Where do you think we should put the definition?
In the first mention of scope.
Okay. Something like that?
No. Sorry. I sent you back your text, so to ignore mine. I was trying to edit it in the thing that wasn't working very well. If join as a mentor of civic scope and Node.js, bring more collectors there.
Wait, do we need to? Wait, sorry, maybe I misunderstood. Do we need to mention scope at all? Or,
yeah, I think the the reason why we're reaching for scope here, David, is the effort of helping folks choose where they wanted to focus their attention, and therefore allowing us to do the matching took a lot of time, right? The feedback from our mentors that was, I'll do anything, actually wasn't very helpful in our triage process. That's why I'm trying to sort of move this forward, but maybe it's just solving our problem, not solving the need of the individuals that we're trying to engage here.
yeah, I mean, yeah, if you think that it's gonna, right. On one hand, more specificity is often helpful. On the other hand, I'm trying to think of sidestepping that matching issue like a different way, which is basically and I think I've said this before, like the most important thing to our throughput is getting mentors. And by pushing, like I agree, like we want it specific up front, but also like any kind of additional friction, like, oh, hey, choose a scope.
Got it.
Like could just be, I don't know. It's like almost like this. I don't want to mention it. I just want to be like, hey, we've got this mentorship program. Like we did the first round. It's been really successful. Like, Benko loved it. He said it was the best thing in the world.
Our mentees loved it and blogged about it.
We got
going to OSCON to talk about it. Princia Pingmain said she submitted this for OSCON based on this.
So we're and we're opening up like a limited number of spots for mentors, and we thought you would be like a perfect fit. Like, do you have some time to talk about it?
Got it.
That's really good. Can you write it in the chat or part of it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we need to create a Google Doc? Are we?
Yeah, let's do that. I forgot Google Docs exists.
Have a committee. Have a committee of 8 people writing this 1 paragraph email.
Right.
I'll share a doc right now. Share. Okay, it's in the chat.
Boom.
All right, I'm just going to paste what you had.
Okay.
Is it expected that everybody knows about the mentorship?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Everybody that we're reaching out to? Not necessarily, right?
Okay. Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna put some bullets. So order is. All right, I think the bullet points are introduce the mentorship because they may not know. Say how awesome the first round was. Say that we're starting a new round with limited mentor spots. Talk about them being a great fit, and then ask when they'd be available to discuss further. Yeah, if we can decide on what the like a limited time commitment is, we could also say that up front when we're saying that they'd be a great fit. Just say like
that's the missing thing. It's an hour per week for how long, right?
I
mean, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like a month is definitely too short. So my inkling would be closer to maybe 3 months or even 2 months. Right. Yeah, maybe 2 months. Don't want it to be terrifying of commitment of time either.
So an hour per week for 2 months, so like 8 hours total? Something like that?
I mean, that's just one work day. That sounds pretty reasonable, right?
Right.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Ahmed. You back?
Sorry. Yeah, I got disconnected. Let me share this gist. So I've written this in the past to post this as an issue. Maybe it will help us out as well.
Yeah, Ben, I like the way that you said that. It's about a day, spread over 2 months. Doesn't sound like much.
Right. I love that framework.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then sort of more or less the reason why I have my like last bullet point is I don't feel like at this stage you don't want them to like feel like they have to commit without being able to ask follow-up questions. And I think if they have to ask those follow-up questions in an email, they're more likely to just say no to protect their time.
Right on.
So we can tell them like, feel free to reach out on Slack or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can even for like my fourth bullet point, when we say that they'd be a great fit, maybe something about why we are selecting them and like why we think they're, a really, like why they're a favorite for this round. I mean, that takes more work, but why they're special.
Right.
But then we're gonna have to like tailor the email for each one of them.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the downside. Unless unless there's a general attribute that everybody on the list has. Like if everybody we're going to contact in this round is like a hub, you know, like a connector within the Node community, and we can say the same thing about all of them, then we wouldn't have to tailor it. But yeah, agreed. I mean, in a perfect world and we had unlimited time and resources, we would tailor this individually to each person.
yeah.
Can I make little changes to the invitation? Hello?
Yes, Jiri, what do you say?
Okay, I'm looking at the invitation now, and I think there's a way we can make it a little bit generic in the sense that we give them the opportunity to state what they want to do and respond with an email. More like I sent a message to you and let's copy it out again and send to the group. So if the message is a little bit generic, asking them what's working group, what possible hours, how will you want it to be, like make it a little bit less of okay, in the chat, if you go through the chat, I have a message there. Them stating the scope they want to work with, if what's working group, what's the possible hours, what's the possible day. That's way we give them the leverage of doing it on their own time frame, rather than saying, okay, we are picking a particular day for you. The mentees can easily adjust than the mentor adjusting to a mentee's time frame. I don't know if that makes sense. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm reading the chat.
So if you're interested in joining, please respond to the email with a scope as shown below. Working group, website, possible day, and all of those stuff. We'll contact you before your match as well. Yeah, it's a little bit generic, and I'm giving everybody an opportunity to pick what they want to teach or what they want to mentor in.
So,
Yeah.
Rather than creating new text inputs, we do have an existing form, and I'm wondering if maybe that sort of thing, that sort of follow up, would be better executed with our common form. Did Sophie create an updated form?
No, not yet. The thing is, we don't have a list of like all the scopes in Node, so I'm afraid I think we shouldn't like put a list of scopes for mentors.
Right.
We should just have a list of scopes that are available for mentees after we have a list of mentors.
Yeah, so like we can work with the response mail we get from them. Since I think this mail can go directly to Node.js contributors or collaborators, existing ones, stating they should send in a scope they want to mentor in. That way we have a list of scope that is more generic and say, okay, we have this certain number of mentors interested in taking website redesign. We have this certain number of mentors interested in taking community activities. Then we can scale up from there, knowing what number, like a metrics, something we can work with rather than waiting. I don't know. Hello?
Yeah. I agree. I think like the way we can go about that is reach out to like possible mentors and ask them what scopes they're interested in, and after that we'll have a list and post it to the mentees.
Yep. Yeah. So I can rework on the email, like retype it a little bit and arrange it more properly than right now and send back to you.
So Gary, did you see that we started a Google Doc?
Yeah. I saw. I'm going to like go down below and add an email down there.
Cool.
All right. Why I can go on the meeting while I work on that.
So do we want, where do we want these submissions to end up? Do we want them to fill out the form? Do we want them just to show them to a meeting? How do y'all think we should close the loop?
Good question.
So we don't get folks sort of out there lingering, and I know for the next month, I'm not going to have a lot of time to sort of chase people down. I'm basically going to have a few cycles to go ping folks, and I kind of want that to be able to come back into what we're doing somehow in some capacity, and hopefully be able to move on.
So maybe we should.
The form?
I'm not sure.
Or is that an issue?
We don't have the form ready yet. We should.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we should rely on Sophia doing that.
Okay.
We have the already existing form, but it needs enhancing. If we want to work over something that we already have. If we ask them to reach out to Slack, then we'd have to create a list on the mentorship channel. That might be easy, actually. I'm not sure.
Oh, am I having issues loading this?
We can have, who's going to send the email first? Is it Sophia, or is it someone from the mentorship team?
So, someone from the mentorship team, right? These are more the emails that we're going to begin priming, and then with that sort of set up, we can. I don't think having Sophia send out an email is going to be effective. Period.
Okay, so I can reach out to them. I believe I have the capacity to send the emails, and I believe it's a better idea to just, for this round, to not have the form for the mentors and just ask them to reply on the email or talk to me on Slack or anyone in the mentorship team, and I'll be able to collect the list of mentors. Okay,
so you want to run point? I'm happy to have the follow-up step be you, but I'm not happy, for example, in this situation, to have that come back to me. That's just being totally honest. What I'm trying to avoid is oh, hey, you saw, sure, we want to do a thing, and then I need to. I will be expected to do all the subsequent follow-up, and I know that it'll fall on the floor right now.
Yeah, it's okay. I believe I have the capacity to do that.
Awesome.
But I need the list of people to send it to, so we need your help with that. Ben, you mentioned you can reach out to people.
Yeah, I just gave myself, I do have a to-do list that I actually do pull off of, and I officially have that on my to-do list. So very promising. Well, we'll start reaching out to a few folks.
Awesome. If you wish, you can just give me their contact information. I'm not sure if that's possible, and I'll reach out to them with the template that you're writing right now.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll try to have that to you by early next week.
Okay. Let me add a reminder for me so I can ping you. Okay. We also have Adam at the moment. Michael Dawson. Okay, since we have the template almost figured out, how do you think we should like keep collecting the list of mentors? So probably we have around 5. We need another 5.
So at the top of the doc, I'm gonna put in who the mentors are, who's responsible for it, and then follow up. That way we can all keep sort of a common view of what everyone's doing and who's contacting whom.
What do you mean responsible for? Okay.
Who's handling it? Does that make sense?
Sorry, I was dropping. Can you repeat that?
So responsible was just whoever who's taking it. So in the case where it's please help me find a better word if it makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay. I believe it's fine. It's okay.
Who got it? Who got the ball? My business words. Adam. Oh, you got Adam? Awesome.
Yeah. I already did reach out to him. So
great. I'll hit ban open source. So Ben Ko, you're already signed up and so raise your hand to be in, right?
Yep, I'm in for sure.
Okay, great. So we can already say that we have mentors in the pipeline. More business words. Sorry. I've been doing planning.
Yeah, I'm taking on a more open source focused role with my day job again. So excited to do more stuff like this.
Amazing.
Yeah, you're lucky. Okay, I believe
my role is looking more and more sort of not internal facing, but internal PayPal ecosystem facing rather than heavy on the outreach.
Yeah.
Ahmed, you need to go?
No.
Or is that? Okay. No, you're messing up earlier. So.
Yeah.
I actually do need to run, but I'm going to be following up with those names and we'll put a few more in that document as I go. Got to get to my weekly. Talk soon.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben. So we have at the moment 6 people, and I believe Michael might be able to help us bring more people, or Adam.
David, is there anyone that you want to bring from your local community into this? Does that make any sense? Or are we competing with your resources?
Whoops. Sorry, to be a mentor or just to be on the team?
I guess to be a mentor, they need to be
part of the
I know a
foundation,
collaborator, and are you a collaborator? Have you ever gone
right?
through
I am
that?
not. No, I haven't. Yeah, that's one of the things I kept meaning to talk to you about. But yeah, as far as my team, yeah, I kind of have trouble getting all the things that we need done as is.
Sure, right, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it, that. At this point, with the level of participation that you've had, I'd be very happy to invite you as a collaborator if you haven't already. Have we done that?
No, probably not. I imagine I would have known if that had happened.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No, we haven't. So, we can take care of that through, collaborator onboarding and, bring you in particular into the mentorship working group, which would bring you in as a collaborator into Node.js. That said, appreciate your collaboration. No expectation that you're going to go and allocate additional time. It was particularly painful for me in a positive way. Love you, Ahmed. Not because of Ahmed in any way, but having the dual capacity of mentoring and participating in the team. It's a lot of mostly time. It's the killer right now for me.
Yeah, I mean, I would be open to like the actual mentorship. I would be open to, however, because I don't know, depending on what we're trying to get the mentees to do, like let's say it's like a core contribution or something like that. I haven't done it, so I'm obviously not the best person to mentor them.
Right. Yeah, in this case, I mentored Ahmed on the community committee, working through some of that process. So and that was based on my experience, in previous years. So that makes sense. Cool. But in terms of action items, let's absolutely, if you're interested in joining us, continue to join us further.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. Let's go through that process and get you onboarded as a team member.
Great. Love it.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, what do you think, Ahmed? Should we call it?
So what are the outstanding items? So I did like a little draft in that doc. Looks like there are several drafts.
Yeah. Okay, I believe we can like just merge them together.
I'm going to DM folks and not email, so I'm not going to mail merge anything. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll do the emailing part. So Dan will reach out to 2 people. Ben will reach out to 2 people as well, and I will reach out to Adam. I already did. I just will follow up, and I'll send the emails from there based on what they answer.
Do we want to hand David the follow-up with, it's not Princia, who's the other mentor?
Jennifer Bond.
Jennifer. She had expressed interest in coming back as a mentor. So maybe David could, you could hand the information for Jennifer, and David could take that one.
Sure.
I'm not sure if you wish I can reach out to her and you finish the template, because I believe you'll do a better job
Okay.
writing
Okay.
her email than me.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. If you want to do both, I'm completely fine with that. I just want to share the
I'm
burden.
happy to I'm just happy to do the template. That's cool. I mean, I'm also happy to send the template to somebody and do the follow-up. That's also not a huge deal for me.
We should add Princia in there too. I don't know if she's going to be available, but absolutely, we should present the opportunity.
Yeah, she's on a vacation, I believe, but
Yeah.
we can reach out to her regardless.
Yeah, we were chatting on no Slackers.
Okay. Now this looks good for now. So
yeah, I have what I need to be able to wrap up my action items in the next 5 minutes. Hope to actually complete them.
Awesome. Okay. I'll remind Ben to do his action items, and I'll do mine as well during the next week.
Perfect.
Oh, actually, during the week afterwards, because I'm traveling this week.
Got it.
Cool. Is there anything else?
No, it's good.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. See you all next time.
Right on.
Bye.
Thanks, David. Thanks, Ahmed. Thanks, Gary. Bye.
Bye.